What up, peeps? Welcome to today's vlog. Abby and I are getting ready to head to the store. We got to get some eBay shipping done, take care of a few things. We also have some more information about website stuff, about new inventory software. And first, I just wanted to say thank you guys for all your comments and everything. We have a lot of people who have been commenting about like fire code stuff with the new shelf. And we understand that people are concerned because they're looking out for our best interest, basically, but we've gotten so many comments on it. First, it's grid wall. It's not blocking anything. It's you know, a couple centimeters of metal piping. If the sprinklers go off, it's getting right through. Even if it was a fire code violation, when the fire marshal comes to your business to check on things like this, which has already happened to us, you don't just get fined automatically. If they see anything that's a problem, they give you 30 days to fix it. And if you don't fix it by then, that's when you can get fined. And last time the fire marshal came, we had some shelving in the little closet area, the utility room. And we had two shelves in there. One of them had to come out. And I asked him, because it's the first time that we had a fire marshal come out. And I asked him, you know, is this bad? What's going on? And he was just he's like, it's only bad if you ignore the request to fix it, and then you can get fined after that. But he said just having something that's in violation of the fire code is not a big deal. Obviously, if it's dangerous, it is. But we understand that everyone's just trying to help, but I mean, there's too many comments about it. It's a little annoying. But if there's any problems, when the fire marshal comes, he'll let us know. And if it's a problem, we'll take it down. It's not a big deal. But thank you guys, and we're gonna get headed to the store here. Ryan's not coming back until Friday. I think we talked about it, but not coming back till Friday. And so we're going to get some eBay shipping done, and then we have some inventory software stuff to do as well. So we got our shipping done, and I just got pictures of Raiden 2, the GameCube kiosk, and the Pink Panther machine so that I can get those posted up on the Facebook Marketplace. We have a couple people interested in Pink Panther already, so hopefully we can sell that and the Bronco. I'm not as concerned about selling these ones because I would just want to replace them anyway, but the pinball machines, obviously, like we talked about before, if we move those, we're putting a glass case there and a glass case there in like an L shape, and we're going to move those two down, and it's going to give us a lot more room. These are the two glass cases here that we'll put over there, and I've actually already ordered the grid wall to replace these. So this is the original grid wall that we got. It's got this 1-inch, basically like pipe around the edge, and this is called framed grid wall. And these new ones that we ordered are not framed. It's just the grid wall. And so the edges don't have that piping around it. They're not as sturdy. They're not as secure. I didn't really realize that when I was buying those. The framed grid wall is much more expensive, but I bought one of these pieces, like this whole thing here, and then I bought one more little end cap piece so that we can put it here and then have the one end cap right there. I didn't buy the stuff to go up top like this one is because it's pretty expensive. So we'll just kind of figure that out later. It's not super necessary right now, and we still have plenty of time to get stuff done. But all the grid wall that's up there, all the hooks, all the little attachments, the legs, all that stuff that we bought was like $195 shipped. Well, we got lucky because it's shipping from up near Seattle. But just the stuff to go here, just the one piece, the one big piece like that, the one end piece, it was, what was it? It was like $300 or something shipped. And this one up here was 4 pieces, plus the legs, plus all the hooks, plus all the little attachments. It was much more for much cheaper. So it's way more expensive to get this stuff, but it's way more sturdy, way more secure. I wish we had this for up top as well. And if we end up expanding up on top of that one, I will go with this stuff. But yeah, so we're going to go to Winco. You need to grab some essentials. Not some oils, but some important things. We need bread, we need milk, we need garbage bags, and then if they have it, we need to get some toilet paper, but they probably won't. We also had a couple people saying that they thought the games might be too high. I just measured from the floor to here is 6 feet 2 inches. So as long as you can reach, just over 6 feet, I think that you'll be all right. These are actually lower than the top shelf in here by about an inch or two. So the majority of people should be able to reach them just fine. And if they can't, we're always here to help, of course. So we just got back from Fred Meyer, and guess what, guys? They had some toilet paper. They had a ton of these, and I think these are like a newly manufactured type product. I don't think that this particular packaging existed before this whole pandemic, but they're limiting them 1 per customer, so we only got the 1 pack of 4 rolls, but that'll be fine. We still have some at the store as well, but they had a ton of them, so it's pretty cool. But I also got a little bit of this tri-tip, which I have seasoned, and I'm going to be cooking it up here, just waiting for the pan to heat up. Abby is putting away some groceries and everything, and then we're going to be talking about the new inventory software that I've been looking at. I'm officially starting the 30-day free trial on Friday. And the reason that I waited, I wish I hadn't have waited, because now I have to wait till Friday, because they just made an announcement to integrate with all sorts of different things, including a website where you can have all your inventory on the website. So right after they announced it, a ton of people wanted to sign up, and you basically you get a 30-day trial, but they have they go through with you while you're downloading it. They show you how to do the basic stuff, and it takes about an hour or so. So they have a bunch of people signed up for that, so then I had to wait until Friday. But Friday, 1 p.m. my time, I'll be downloading all the stuff. We're going to be at the store anyway, but it's Windows only, so I have to use the store computer. But we're going to be downloading it. It's called GameSmart or GameStart. They're kind of interchangeable. But it is a inventory software that was built specifically for video game stores. So it has basically everything that I want. Now with the website integration, it's got everything that I could want. I was looking at different systems. I even looked at GameSmart before, but it didn't have any sort of website functionality. It had everything else I wanted, but not that, which was a big factor for me. So now that they have announced the integration and all this other stuff, it sounds perfect, and I can't wait to try it out. Assuming everything goes good, we're most likely going to be switching to it. And what's kind of cool is that you don't have to have everything set up before stuff is available on the website. You can, from what I saw, you can either upload particular items or you can do a whole category. So let's say we did N64 first. We switched N64 from our old system to our new system. As soon as that was done, we could put it up on the website. We don't have to wait till we get through NES, Super Nintendo, PS2, PS1. Once something is done, it could go live. So while we're in the process of getting things switched over, if it's not too labor intensive, we could get some of the stuff on the website and have you guys be making purchases while we're still working on stuff. That would be helpful for us. I think you guys would enjoy it. But the website stuff that they're integrating with is called WooCommerce. It's not one that I've heard of before. We've used Weebly, and obviously I know Shopify. Haven't used it, but I know of it. And then Squarespace as well, but I've never heard of Woo. So I'm going to do a lot of research tonight to try to get some stuff figured out. We brought a printer home to the house here because I forgot to take my computer. I need to print off some paperwork and stuff. And the only downside, it's such a small downside with the new software, is that it doesn't take the same printer that we have, so we can't use our Dymo 450. We have to use a Zebra printer. And I have to do some more research and see if we can still get the removable labels, because it doesn't take the same types of labels that we use right now. And if we can't use the reusable labels, then I don't really know what we're going to do, because I feel like having the labels that come off really nice and easy, they don't rip, they don't leave residue behind, that's very, very important to us because we're not just store owners, we're also collectors, and I hate taking stickers off of stuff. So I'm really hoping that they have some sort of removable type of labels that we can get. I need to look into that as well. I need to buy that printer. Luckily, the printer is cheap, like 30, 35 bucks I can get one. But we'll talk a little bit more about it later, and maybe I'll show you guys what I can. I don't have the software yet, but there are videos and stuff. So, I don't know, but I'm very excited. We'll see what happens. I'm going to cook up these steaks. It's getting super late once again, guys, but to kind of just finish out the vlog here, I know this vlog's probably going to be kind of short, depending on how long I talk about this, but the new inventory software I am very excited about. And so I told you guys a little bit earlier, but I kind of just wanted to expand a little bit more, fill you guys in on a few more of like the features and everything, and the reason that I'm so excited about it. So obviously, number one is the website stuff. They have some videos that they have to show kind of what it can do, and the newest video that they released was showing the integration with the WooCommerce thing, and they basically selected the games they wanted to put on the website. They hit submit like in the software, then they immediately opened up a browser, went to the website, and the games appeared. They then went back to the website and they like ran one through as a sale or something real quick, and then went back to the website and it was gone. So it looks like it is automatic for one, but it also works incredibly quick, which is really, really cool. And you know, the only reason to have a website, or the only way it's going to work with also having the brick and mortar store, is if it's quick and automatic the way that it showed in that video. So I'm very, very excited about it. I talked with someone about Vend, which was the other POS that I was looking at, that they had integrated with a Shopify website, and something that they told me was really, really cool, and I'm going to try to get it set up for us. It doesn't have to do anything with Shopify, but it's just with having the website. They basically had a printer. They had like a wireless printer set up near the register that had an email address attached to it. And basically, anytime something sold on the website, it would email the thing, but it was set up so that the printer would automatically print the email. So anytime they made a sale on the website, it would just automatically print out the paper right there by the register, so whoever's working would be able to see it. They would go grab the stuff off the shelf, whatever it was, and then take care of shipping whenever they can. And that sounds amazing. I definitely want to get that thing set up. I don't think it's too difficult to attach, you know, depending on the printer. I don't think it's too hard to attach an email to a printer and then have it auto print whenever it gets an email. So I definitely want to try to get that set up. But also the software is not great just because of the website integration. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a bunch of reasons why it's interesting to me and I wanted to try it out, but not having the website was the only reason preventing me from checking it out, and that's the reason I was looking at other options as well. So in addition to the website, like I mentioned, it's built specifically for game stores. So not only can you integrate with the website, it also integrates with the price charting marketplace, not just price charts. It integrates with price charts to get prices, but also the price charting marketplace. If you guys aren't aware, you can buy and sell games on price charts as well. It's not, I've bought a few things off there. It's probably not the kind of place I would ever really want to sell something, but it's an option, and they have that automatic integration on there as well. They also have, I can't remember what the website's called, but it's basically, it's a website that you can submit like serial numbers for consoles to, and it goes to whatever law enforcement agencies use it. And it's not like 100% required to use But what's really cool is that in this software, they have a very simple way to use it. You basically go into your settings once you have an account with whatever that, I can't remember what the website's called. It's like, I can't remember, but you basically log in with your stuff, and anytime you take in a console, you type in the serial number into the serial number spot for a system, and it will automatically send it to that, which is really, really cool. So you don't have to worry about doing anything. And, you know, obviously if something is stolen, you want to get it back to the person. And the best way to do that is to have law enforcement have access to that serial number, and they can tell, you know, if somebody files a police report and they're like, hey, my PS4 was stolen, here's a serial number. And then we get it in at the shop, and I upload that serial number, and then law enforcement can see that. They can help the person get it back. That would be awesome. It sucks for us, but it's the right thing to do. So on top of all that, like I said, it integrates with price charting prices. So basically when somebody brings something in, let's say somebody brings in this game to sell to us or trade into us. We scan the barcode or we type it in. You can do either way and pull it up. Basically, this game already has a listing in our system, whether we have them in stock or not, but it has all the price charting prices attached to it. You can also use GameStop pricing, eBay pricing, Amazon pricing. So it has all these different options. You can kind of pick and choose what you want to see. We would probably just be going off of price charts. But everything is also fully editable. So you can have it, I believe you can have it kind of like round up or round down to the nearest dollar or 99 cents. I still need to look into that a little bit more, but I know you can edit everything, and you can, you know, you don't have to take price charts pricing. You can use it as a base, but you can also put your own prices in there. So for like Mario 64, we have a set price on it. We're probably not going to go off price charts every single time because we have a set price. So you can put that in there. But what that means is that it will be much more consistent with what we're paying for trade-ins, which that could be a good or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. But it also makes it way easier for Ryan to take in trades, or for another new employee to take in trades. We have taught Ryan how to do it the old-fashioned way, by going to price charts yourself and looking stuff up and kind of learning the prices as you go. Obviously, I've been doing it for so long, I know a lot of prices off the top of my head. I can do a trade-in very, very quickly. Ryan takes him a lot more time, of course, but with this new system, it will just speed up the entire process. Even, you know, like, we want him to be able to do it by himself, obviously, but with this software, once we get it all set up, he could scan in a stack of games and the system will tell him what to pay. And I think that's going to be extremely helpful, especially with trying to have Ryan basically run the store without us. You know, sometimes that is the main issue that he was having, is he just doesn't, he's not quick enough at it, but he also doesn't really feel comfortable doing trade-ins a lot. And it makes sense. I wouldn't feel comfortable spending somebody else's money either, especially if, you know, there's something expensive or it's a big lot. You don't want to feel like you are screwing up when it's not your money on the line. So that's always the hardest part. And, you know, any store owner will tell you that. It's always the hardest part in training an employee, is getting them comfortable to do trade-ins. But if your system automatically tells them what to pay in cash or what to pay in store credit, then it takes a little bit of the guesswork out. And obviously you still want your employee to be able to know how to do it the old-fashioned way, but it's going to be extremely helpful, and that is another very, very big plus for this inventory software. Not to branch off, but since the Portland Retro Gaming Expo for 2020 was canceled, we talked about that before, we were still hoping that Sam will come and visit, and that would be, I guess, in August, but depending on how things happen, it might have to be moved around. But when if or when he does come, we are hoping that since PRGE was canceled, we can still do like a game hunting road trip. And so last time he came, we went down to the Recycle Video Games all along the coast and a few other stores on the way down. But I would also like to take him up to Seattle and go to both Pink Gorilla locations and Another Castle and Super Smash and all the game stores up there. And that would be awesome to do, but it's not doable over our weekend. It's not possible to do that within just 2 days. So what we want to do is possibly have Ryan work Monday and Thursday so that we wouldn't have to be there. So we would have a 4-day break, basically. We could go up to Seattle, hit up all the game stores, then do the coast, and just do the whole trip. And it would be an awesome 3 to 4 days worth of game hunting road trip with Sam, Abby, and I, which I think would be awesome, and I'd love to do that. And having the software by that point, and, you know, assuming Ryan is familiar with it enough to be there without us, that would be perfect. Another reason that I really like it is with the software that we have now, when we take in a trade, we usually let them kind of pile up, and then we enter everything into a spreadsheet, which is then imported to the system. And it works fine. It's a little tedious, but it works. And over time, I've messed with the spreadsheet and everything to make it a little bit more automated, make stuff autofill when you scan the UPC, but it still takes a lot of time. With GameSmart, what's really cool is that when you do a trade-in, let's say someone brings in, you know, these 3 and 64 games, and you type them into the system. I just dropped one. You type them into the system, and it gives you the price that you're going to pay. Let's say they want cash, and it says to pay $20 for the 3. So you're like, hey, so for these 3 in cash, we can offer you $20. And the customer says, that sounds great, let's do it. And then you have their customer information plugged in. If they don't have an account, you have to make them one, take ID, all that. If they do have an account, their ID should be stored. And basically, you hit accept. It'll pop up in the cash drawer. You give them the $20, and then it will automatically print all the price tags. And those items are already in the system. So, like, when we do trades now, if I look at a stack of PS2 games, a lot of times I can do it off the top of my head or whatever it is. We offer them the amount, they accept it. We run it through their account as a trade-in, give them their cash or store credit, but then we have to go back and still enter the items. Doing it with this new system, as soon as you click complete transaction, those items are in the system. The labels print automatically for you, and then you just have to sticker them, and they're ready to go. In our case, we would have to take pictures before we put them out, but also possibly resurface if they're disk-based stuff that needs it. But that speeds up the entire process, and that makes it so that Ryan could enter inventory. The only reason he doesn't do that now is because the way we do it is it's so much work to learn. You know, the software that we use now has a register software, but it also has an office software, basically, which is all the back-end stuff, which is where you enter in inventory, you change prices, you print labels. The register software is what Ryan has mainly used, and it's just basically to run transactions. So teaching him both versions of the software and then also the spreadsheeting and all this kind of stuff. I mean, even Abby and I both still struggle with things sometimes. Like, there's a lot to learn, and Ryan is not like a huge computer guy, so, you know, he doesn't just take to it extremely easy. So with the new software, he will be able to basically run the majority of things by himself, which is amazing, and I cannot wait for that. The sooner that can happen, the sooner that Abby and I can not be at the store all the time, and we're not trying to pawn off the work so that we can relax all the time. I want to focus on eBay and Amazon stuff more. I know that Abby would love to help me with that as well. Abby is still going to manage the store. Abby is the manager. She is going to continue to kind of handle things, but the more hands-off that I have to be, the better, because we have the other whole side of the business, the eBay and Amazon stuff, that I can focus on. And I'm just so excited because once we, assuming we switch to the software, I'm probably going to do it, but once it's all done and we have the website up and you guys are able to buy immediately from us without having to message us and asking for shipping prices and asking us for, oh, do you have these 10 games in stock, or just whatever it is. Once the website's up, that should increase our sales. Once we have that software, Abby and Ryan will be more capable of handling stuff without me, which will give me more time to focus on my personal eBay and Amazon stuff, which will result in more sales. And all of this basically will continue to grow, hopefully, to the point where we can hire another employee. And with the new software, it should be much easier to teach them what to do. And then go from there and expand. And, the goal is to hopefully eventually have more than one location for Double Jump. And there's only one other game store in Vancouver still, if you don't count GameStop. There's only one other retro store. And if they close, I've always kind of had the little type of plan idea in the back of my head that I would try to rent out their space and just convert it to a second Double Jump location. And the chances of that happening, who knows? But it would be easier than starting from a fresh location, because they've been there for many, many years. And if we then took over their spot, people would, even if people didn't know that there's a new store there, people would know there's a video game store there. And so that would help with kind of, boosting the clientele of that second location. And even if that doesn't happen, I'm fine with getting a second location on like a back road or something. We already have so many customers in the area, so many people know about us, that with promoting the second store from the first, I don't think we need as good of a location as the first store has. I'm very happy we went with the spot that we have because we got that awesome location, and it's extremely helpful. We still get people that come in all the time that are like, I didn't even know you guys were here, which is cool. But for the second location, I don't think that having that perfect spot where people can drive by and see you is 100% necessary to make it thrive. And I think getting a bigger location with a lower monthly cost of rent would be more helpful than having a spot on a super main road, if that makes any sense. Basically what I'm saying is, with this new software and the website functionality that we're going to have, everything should lead to better sales, which means to hire another employee or two and possibly open up a second location. And this is all, way down the line, of course. We have no intentions of hiring any other people at the moment, especially not with what's going on. But, this is probably still at the very minimum of hiring another employee at least through the end of the year. We don't have any plans for that. But if everything goes according to plan and everything works out really nicely and our sales are doing really well and eBay and Amazon's doing really well, it would be awesome by PRGE of next year if we had a second location. I think that would be really, really cool. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, there's no plans for anything. This is all just off the top of my head, kind of just rambling to you guys. But I am very excited about the software, and there's more features and stuff that I didn't talk about. Obviously, I don't know everything about it. I've only watched the videos and talked with a couple people that use it. I haven't started my trial yet. That starts on Friday. So once that happens, I'll be giving you guys some more updates about it, letting you know how I feel about it, letting you know what's going on, how it's working for us. And the website is obviously what you guys are most interested in, me included in that. So I'll definitely give you guys updates on that, how it's coming along. And, once we upload that video that says web store is now live, whatever we call it, I'm expecting that to be an awesome day, and I'm looking forward to it. So I hope you guys are as well. With all that said, guys, thanks for listening to me ramble. I know that talking about inventory software and stuff like that is not the most entertaining type of content, but hopefully you can see that I'm passionate about it, because obviously it has a lot to do with my life and our business and everything. And hopefully it benefits you guys as well. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, don't forget to smack the like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow.